What is up, everybody? Escape211 here, and we are on the test server today, finally looking at this weapon that we have been hinted at before. This is the Viper, and it's the Viper 8 specifically. This is an assault weapon. As you can see, I got it set up with Major. Unfortunately, I don't have enough resources to max Major, so he's not quite max, but I want to look at the Viper and look at its overall sets of stuff here. So let's first look at the basic function of how this works. So it's an assault weapon, so it deals a constant stream of bullets and fires an extra powerful rocket after every 8th shot. So you'll shoot 7, and then as you're shooting the 8th, it'll shoot out this rocket. Once locked down, the rocket can track and hit targets without manual aiming, so it's kind of a homing rocket. It's not like super detailed in its homing rocket, but it kind of feels like the Javelin 8 in some respects. So not too bad. I mean, like, an interesting idea. Like, it's kind of a weird combination of the functions, but it's an assault-based weapon. But what's interesting, of course, again, is when we look at the stats. I don't know why I said of course again, but what's interesting is the stats overall. The damage on all this, because you have the rocket combined with like the regular bullets, is just doing pretty darn significant damage. 130k for only 8 energy for an 8 energy assault weapon. That is pretty crazy by comparison, okay? So because we're going to back out and you're going to see here how like this with the carbines, which is also a legendary at 8, is doing significantly less. Right, 64k. All right, this does have a double damage chance, which is nice, but this is far and away different. And it's not even like its stats are better. Like, its fire rate is slower, its magazine I think is a little bit bigger, its reload is slightly faster, like 0.3%, but its optimal range is way worse, and its projectile speed is a little bit worse. Because I mean, if we go back again to this, you'll see that stat-wise, it's not even close to that, right? It's doing so much better, right? Way faster fire rate, magazine is close, a little bit more reload speed, but 0 to 90 for its optimal range. This is hitting ranges that feel almost like a slightly better pulse cannon, but doing way more damage than any other assault we've seen, as well as good projectile speed, all that kind of stuff. And the hit cone is about the same. So, like, generally speaking, this is just the best assault weapon we've seen. Now, that obviously remains to be seen if it's going to be effective, but I do think that this has a lot more potential than anything else. I did just put Fusion Cannon in here for comparison's sake, Fusion 8, just to see like how it does even compared with the carbines. This is doing less than the carbines, as it should, as an epic, but I was just wondering, is the carbine just that bad? But no, I mean, it's hitting what I guess it should in the sense of an assault, but this is just, the Viper is just doing way better. That rocket is pulling in a lot of extra damage for this, and you'll see that it does the majority or the bulk of the damage for this, but it's obviously a much different experience than any other assault that we've had. So I want to look at it naturally where it would fall, and I'm going to try it with MD when we get to max, so should be fun. All right, here we go. All right. For this one, I just set this up with Cheetah. Not really anything crazy. Actually, just pretty much its natural star rating within the tier that it's going to be on. But the other stuff I had on this tier, like Redeemer and Aegis, for other stuff I was working on, both of those I have maxed, so I wanted to use something that I hadn't maxed, and I thought it'd be fun to use Cheetah. So, a little old school. I mean, I'm already going to use MD, I think, for doing it at max, so we'll use Cheetah here. Why not? So as you can see, look at that big huge chunks that come from the rocket. It's going to do the majority of damage. And what's interesting about this weapon too is that it doesn't require a target. You don't have to be shooting anyone with your regular shots. It will always fire 7, and then on the 8th it will shoot that rocket regardless of anything else. So you can pre-fire your shots if you wanted to only hit with the rocket. You know, like if you wanted to try something that's more guided and keep your exposure low. But you can also use the actual regular bullets too. The regular bullets hit pretty well. You know, they're not like amazing, but they do some decent damage themselves. So it's not like the rocket has to do all the work. The regular bullets can do pretty solid damage too. But it definitely is the area that kind of shines. It does feel like a, you know, homing rocket type of setup as its primary, which is odd for assault, but if it means it works. Oh, it also means here, if you just saw that with that shadow, those shots, those will not hit a stealth unit, so stealth can counter this pretty decently. So Eclipse, Surge, that kind of stuff are going to be problems for it to deal with, I think, long term. But as you can see, those shots curve, even when the regular bullets are not going to hit. So you can just focus on that entirely if you wanted to. Reload on it's not too bad. And I believe there's implants for making that better, so not bad. Wow, that was delayed for his death. Gotta love the server. It always gives me slow speeds. Nice. Not really hitting him, but look at this. You could do a good chunk of damage. Well, I would have taken it out. A good chunk of damage to the shield too, for Aegis. So like this could potentially be good at dealing with the shields. I don't know how the higher variants will be, but even here it wasn't bad in dealing chunks of damage. Okay, I was gonna deal chunks of damage, but he's just gonna come after my gosh, his legs kind of jump scared me. Okay. Can't get that guy. Drop those. And here, we'll do this. There, you can see that. That curves right around there. We'll probably do it with this guy, too. Where I'm shooting at nothing, basically, and those shots... Well, that one didn't hit him. But can curve around and take out targets. So, very, very effective overall. But an interesting idea. Very different, though. I will say, I think I had an idea for, like, a tag shot where, like... kind of the opposite of this, where you have one shot that tags and then the rest will home in on the target. But man, look at that though, 15 kills. Yeah, this is going to be very, very useful, I think, overall. I'm excited to see where this goes with the higher variants, but even here, nice for sure. All right. We're going big or going home here. We're going to go with MD on this one. I ran out of stuff to max out my major. So he's not fully maxed out. But, you know, I'm pretty close. So I feel like I'm hoping this can hang. I do feel like the damage numbers on this are ridiculous for an 8 energy weapon. So hopefully this will do pretty well. I think that's outside of my range. It is for the rocket too. I'm pretty sure both my gun and the rocket have the same range. As you can see, the damage numbers are way less, but for an 8 energy weapon are not the worst thing in the world. I'm gonna have to be very I'm gonna have to be very cautious here. Just as I say it, I just get smashed. All right, let's back up and heal. I do have the heal speed. It's healing me faster, at least. See if we can get this guy. Those rockets still, I mean, you don't get to do as many as you want, but gosh, it still does some pretty solid damage. Hit one guy? Okay, good. I think I had maybe 1 or 2 kills overall with this now. Oh, okay, okay. Somebody else got it. That's all right. I want to push in, but I know if I do, especially with MD, it's going to be a death sentence. Okay, at least I can get this guy on the side when he drops it. Or this guy. Let's take him out first. There we go. Not bad, not bad. Let's take that. Yeah, I could see where if you get good with the timing on this for the rockets, where you can pick the right times to poke out and just, you know, fire off the rockets and then pull back. I don't know how many rockets you get in a single clip. I think it's 3, 4, maybe. Uh-oh. All right, this is where we can try the curving shot, because I definitely don't want to fight him directly. I don't know why those aren't... Oh, because I didn't have them highlighted. Okay, I was going to say, I don't know why those are not hitting. Oh, he's got a close range setup, though, so this is fine. Oh, and we're getting back shots. Look at those numbers. It's crazy. For an 8 energy weapon. This is just nuts. I really do want to see how this actually performs, like, when we get into higher variants. Oh, gosh. Scorpius, just his, like, ability damage. He's just going to wreck MD. Okay, good. We're surviving, though. I've had a couple matches where I just get, like, EM'd right away, and it's just, oh, done. So, MD is definitely troublesome for this. Oh, gosh. All right. Well, better start healing right away. Don't kill me, please. All right, let's back up. Oh, no. Okay. He's way over there. Somebody kill him, please. I can't reach him. It is kind of annoying that, like, the homing doesn't work unless you have a target highlighted. So if you go too far to the side, it won't track them. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Dude. Those stinking nomads. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to have enough DPS for that, for sure. But I got to say, I'm happy with the performance. Got to say. For an Assault 8 energy weapon on MD, not bad for hitting the podium. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, guys, so that is the Viper 8. Again, very interesting weapon to look at here. Far and away the best kind of assault that we've been seeing, so I'm actually very excited to see how this performs. As an 8 energy weapon, it did really well in where it would naturally sit, and then even when we get max, or close to max, because I couldn't fully max out Major, this still performs decent. Obviously, I'm using it on MD. It's not like I'm using it on something that's going to be better end game, but I wanted to just use something that was 16 energy for fun. You know, so it's actually not terrible, but it's also not performing fantastic. But you can't expect that out of an 8 energy weapon for endgame. But I am really excited to see how the 12 or maybe 16 or whatever else other variants that we get out of this, to see how it actually performs in endgame. We could see something that actually has some good benefit in the assault category finally. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts, what you guys think about this weapon. Did it actually hit the expectations of what you thought this weapon would do, or is it doing something completely different? But yeah, always love hearing your comments, so feel free to do that, and we will see you out there on the battlefield.